Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks Football and welcome to the preview for the UEFA Champions League semi-final second leg. We're going to be chatting about what happened in the first leg, what happened in between, in their league games, and then we're going to chat about the game and give a prediction. It's that simple. And you know what? First leg was interesting. Our game was a cracker for the neutral, not really for me, because I was, was stressing here and there. You know what I mean? And then you have Arsenal Atletico Madrid, which is boring, but it had its moments uh, of intrigue. But yeah, listen, before we begin, guys, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bell to future content notifications, like, comment away, go check the socials, go check the other channels, ZeerTalks FCB, which I will collaborate this video with. Yeah, the Bayern one. And ZeerTalks Wrestling in the description down below. And yeah, hopefully you're good wherever you are. It's that simple. But I say we kick off. Now, I say we kick off with the Arsenal and Atletico Madrid game. Now, they drew 1-1. And I have to say, when you look at the stats, Arsenal had more shots in total than Atletico Madrid. But Atletico Madrid actually had the better chances in the second half. But it's just Lookman and Griezmann, if they took it. Yeah, it would have been one of those ones, isn't it? But they didn't. Griezmann was unlucky, hit the post. But Lookman, my God. Lookman, absolutely wasteful. Both goals were penalties. I think the ones that they scored, justifiably given, in my personal opinion, the handball of Ben White and, Hansko taking down Gyökeres, both valid penalties. You know what I mean? The one on Eze, though, is very interesting because initially I thought it was a pen. I can't lie. But I do have to say that when I saw a specific footage and a specific angle, it looks like Hansko nearly caught the ankle, which he really didn't. He skimmed it, and then he slightly touched the toe. Listen, people say there's contact, but is it really enough for him to fall down like that? It's like he's hitting slightly on the toe. It's not like he's actually stomping on the guy. So, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those ones that you could say it's 50-50, but for me personally, when I see that, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I doubt it, But yeah, Arsenal fans like to do this whole thing for we got robbed. Fine. I thought so too, but it turns out I changed my mind because when I see a different angle, I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? But regardless, Arsenal should not be playing boring football anyway. The fact that Arsenal play boring football, they don't help themselves. You know what I mean? So, but listen, speaking of not helping themselves, Atletico Madrid didn't help themselves in this situation because they score, they win, and they make their lives easier at the Emirates. Now they make their lives difficult. And I'm not going to lie, they had to win at Madrid or in Madrid, and they didn't. They just didn't. So, yeah, it's going to be iffy. But let's go through the previous games this weekend. For Atletico Madrid, they played against Valencia. Now, when they played against Valencia, why is it not opening for me? They're fourth, by the way, in La Liga, 63 points. Not like it really matters. It'd be nice if it opens the game. That'll be nice. So this is the lineup they played. Yeah, you can tell they're resting players. You can Long Lane, Boniar, I don't know who the hell he is. Diaz, Almeida, Vargas, Morcillo, Mendoza, Belaid. Who the hell are these guys, bro? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They arrested Bearman and then brought like Griezmann and Koke and even Miguel Llorente. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? And they won 2-0. Luque and Llorente scoring. And I don't think it's even Maya. It's not even Marcos Llorente. It's this brother. Yeah? Miguel, bro, the two substitutes score. Like, yeah, whatever. It's like a whatever moment, really. Now, with Arsenal, it's the following. Because with Arsenal, they won against Fulham 3-0. I'm aware about that more than the Atletico game. I can't lie. And from what I saw in the goals, highlights, etc., I can't lie. Arsenal played amazing football for once in their life. So bring back the days of when they were playing Spurs and then else back to back. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Gyökeres twice scoring, Saka returning and actually performing better than what he did against Atletico Madrid. Fair enough. And they're now competing with Man City still. I mean, they're 6 points ahead, but City have games in hand, 2 games in hand. So not like it really matters for now, because if the City beat Everton and then they beat the Crystal Palace, that's already caught up. So I'm not really too fussed about that until City drop points. But the fact that Arsenal have the momentum heading into Atletico Madrid, what Atleti did, or Lookman did, missing the chances or the chance, hey, it's very, very dangerous. Very dangerous, because maybe Arsenal now have that momentum. I personally think, because it's Champions League, I still think they go back to playing their old usual ways. And by the way, I have to say, Arteta, what a shameless individual for even daring to say that there's context to why Bayern and PSG play good football against each other, because they're in the league that's not in the same league of ours. You can rotate in the Prem. That's a dumb excuse. So I ain't hearing that excuse. But it's not fair. Shut up. Yeah? Now, regardless, I actually think that the fact they didn't do a job at their home, going away now, and it's 1-1, I actually think plays into Arsenal's hands more than it plays into Atleti's hands. If Atleti got the win, it would have played in Atleti's hands more. So I hate to be that guy. I could see maybe Arsenal take a lead or Atletico take a lead. I don't know. Actually, mainly Arsenal take a lead and Atleti equalize. For some reason, I think momentum is in Arsenal's favor. You know what? I hate to be that guy. I think Arsenal, it'll be a draw, whether it's 0-0 or it will be 1-1. Some sort of corner will, goal will send Arsenal through in the 90th minute or something. You know what? Screw it. I was about to say 2-1 in the game, but this does not really scream a 2-1. Fuck it. 1-0 to Arsenal, corner kick, 90th minute, sending him to the final. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Thinking about it now. I think like some sort of Gabriel goal from a corner is going to send them to the final. That's my prediction. 1-0 to the Gunners. Literally. And they go to Budapest. Now, who do Arsenal face, though? PSG or Bayern Munich? Now, my club, Bayern Munich, unfortunately, we lost. Kvaratskhelia and Dembele dunking on our head. Neves with a goal as well. As for us, we had Kane, Ulize, Upamecano, and Diaz scoring. Now, here's the thing, yeah. Look at this. I personally think we could have forced more shots. I really do. And one thing I will also say is, with this team, yeah, Stanisic can't be starting. That's the first thing we need to address, because this guy doesn't. He just doesn't fit in with all the players that they have. He just doesn't. Whereas if you play Limer there, and you keep Davies where he is, and then if you bring Stanisic later on, makes more sense. Or maybe you bring Bischoff now that Bischoff's available. Fine, that's fine by me. But to start Stanisic, no, we can't do that. I'm sorry. And Neuer needs to be on his A game as well, because he wasn't good against PSG. The fact he conceded all the shots and all of them ended up being a goal, that's pathetic. You know what I mean? Our defense needs to be on it. I thought Upamecano was good, though, to be fair. Even though he could have done better for the 5th goal. But, yeah, listen, as a whole, our attack done their job. I do think, though, he needs to be less wasteful, because he did have his chance and he could have taken in. I thought he was, doing this whole passing and dribbling rather than shooting, which, I mean, listen, he took care of Nuno Mendes. Fair enough. But, yeah, it is what it is. I will say, the one of the things that goes into our favor, and listen, Hakimi, Salamat, much of Shar, he's injured. Zaire Emery looks like he's going to be playing at right back. So it looks like it may be Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves midfield with Zaire Emery at right back, from what I understand. Or Zibarni maybe goes right back and you keep the midfield the way it is. I don't know. But regardless, that should give Diaz a lot of advantage. Or maybe even Davies or Musiala if he plays, if he actually, is more cutthroat in front of goal. But, yeah, the thing is, we should be able to pounce on that, especially with this fraud playing for them. I think he is the biggest liability in their back line. And I don't even think their back line played great last time around, you know what I mean? And Safanov was kind of saving them. You know what I mean? 2 saves. And I even think he's somewhat of a weak link in the Allianz Arena, you know? So yeah, listen, what we need to do, score early and then try to get another one. We cannot let PSG control the ball. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to go too much into detail, but what I'll tell you is that yeah, our options are iffy, man. I can't even lie. I'm glad Carl and Bishop are back because they, it softens the blow for the options that we have coming off the bench. It's ridiculous. But as for PSG, they somewhat have options. You know what I mean? So listen, because we're at home and I feel like things are going into our favor. By the way, the fact that we're wearing the new kit facing PSG first game, that's mad. I thought they'd do that in the Bundesliga, maybe against like Wolfsburg or Köln, but nope, PSG. Anyway, regardless, I think we win. I think 3-2, extra time, 4-2. That's what I'll go with as of right now because I feel like this game there's goals written all over it. I feel like the fact that they have their mishaps, it plays into our hands. I feel like the fact that we have the, mentality to score another two after being 5-2 down. Again, momentum shift. You know what I mean? And I feel like even in the league, in our respective games, like, I mean, if we go look at our game against Heidenheim, it wasn't the prettiest. And I mean, if you look at our starting 11, it was so random. I really didn't care because we're champions anyway, but look how random this. Like, Goretzka, man of the match. What are we doing, bro? You know what I mean? The guy scored a free kick and from a corner when Ulisse come on. Again, Ulisse is being impactful. And Ulisse, by the way, that shot for Ramai to score and go crazy. But regardless, that's all here and there. As for PSG, listen, they also drew in their league game, but with PSG, it's actually a bit more jarring for them because they're still competing for the league with Lens. But Lens just didn't capitalize, unfortunately. Sir Abdelhamid got some dumb red card, but whatever. Yeah, but they played Lorient and you had Mbaye and Zaire Emery scoring. They also rotated. You know what I mean? With Dro and Kaylee Kangin and Mayulu and Beraldo, the Hernandez all playing in Barcola. So, like, yeah, you can tell. Obviously, you can tell both of them just cared to play against each other, Bayern and PSG. So it'll be a cracking game, regardless, man. It'll be a cracking game, but I just think at the end we edge it. But again, it also depends on if this guy plays or he doesn't. He should not be playing, in my opinion. He shouldn't. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, man. And yeah, listen, my final, Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. We played against each other in the league phase, and they beat us. Most likely, things will probably change this time around, But I just hate the narrative the Arsenal fans and Prem-Tars will bring. Oh my days, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm going with Bayern Munich 4-2 after extra time, and Arsenal 1-0 win in normal time. 90th minute winner, Gabriel most likely, corner, and they make the final because I feel like Atletico Madrid fumbled the bag in the first leg. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'm going to end it here. Guys, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment, rate, go check the socials, and hope you're good wherever you are. Go check the other channels as well. The Barn channel I'll collaborate with as well. Take care, and until then, peace.